Here's a postcard from 1954. Do you notice anything unusual about it? Well, first of all, there's no zip code. But secondly, there isn't even a street number. Zip codes began in 1944 when the Postal Service lost a lot of personnel in World War II and had to become a lot more efficient in sorting mail. But the popular 5-digit zip code of today didn't arrive until 1963. The Postal Service even invented a little mascot called Mr. Zip to get everybody excited about this new Zone Improvement Plan. The first number identifies a large section of the country. The next two numbers specify a particular mail distributing center, and the last two numbers specify a more local mail center. Okay, that's clear enough, but how did we ever survive without street numbers? Well, think of your own house. Do you have room numbers on your rooms? Probably not. There aren't that many rooms, and the environment is intimate enough that everyone knows each other. But at a hotel, of course you have room numbers because there are lots of rooms and nobody knows each other. In the early 1950s, a new highway, Route 128, came through Burlington and put us on the map and put us into the suburbs of Boston, so the population here started to grow suddenly. New subdivisions started popping up everywhere, and they were much more densely packed than before. And so Burlington became like a hotel. That meant the mail carrier and police and fire no longer knew everybody, so they needed help in identifying a particular household. So in 1957, the town looked at neighborhoods that were under construction and said, okay, we're going to start numbering these houses. So these 9 streets were the first streets in town to receive the new numbering system. In the Windmere section, we put numbers on Florence, Sylvester, Francis, and Crawford. At the other end of town, off Francis Wyman Road, Foster, Luther, and Bradford. And finally, Alma Road behind Lacache's and Sunset, which wraps around the high school. So if you live on one of those streets, you can rejoice because you were one of the first houses in town that had both a zip code and a street number.